People, high relationships. I really didn't know whether to talk about this or not, and I had to ask a couple of people because I'm not in the right state of mind in life in general. I'm still trying to get my life started, and I feel like I'm in a lot of pain. So when I'm in a lot of pain, I don't want to give out pain to others, right? But then, after discussing it with my friends, I think this one is a good one. And I'm not just going to leave it at this. It is something we need to talk to in great detail. So I'll start from the very beginning. After having spent some time in Africa around African men and the way they treated me, I began to see the severe shortfalls of other races of men when it came to me. Remember when I first started, I was going on and on about how I'm an equal opportunity employer and I will give everybody an equal opportunity to fuck me over. I mean, literally, I will give any man of any culture equal opportunity to fuck me over. Well, when I got back to Canada, I had a whole lot of men. I think I landed in a city where there is a shortage of females because this stuff never used to happen to me in Ontario. So maybe in this province there is a shortage of females. I landed in a province where there were lots of Caucasian males, age appropriate, who were hitting on me, which is so funny because I'm like, not feeling very attractive. I'm at my fattest and I'm still debating whether to get gastric bypass surgery or not and things like that, right? I don't feel good and I'm going through the new beginning of the next phase of my life, which will eventually lead me to my sanctuary, right? Anyway, in elevators, everywhere I go, I had all these white boys hitting on me, age appropriate white boys hitting on me, starting up small conversations, da 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 da. And I just was not interested. It was at one point that he hit on me in an elevator, and as I was walking out, my soul just said, I'm not dating white men ever again. I'm just too old to fight the cultural barriers. I'm just not doing it anymore. The misunderstandings that come from the differences in culture and differences in temperament, not worth it. This was me saying that. Me. Not worth it. So I walked away from the elevator totally relieved, wishing him all the best. But I had pulled my hat out of the equal opportunity employer category. Mhm. If I have to date at this age, he has to be black. I just knew it. Like, I just felt it. He has to be black. Bar none, non negotiable. And then when I went into my apartment, I asked myself, why does he have to be black though? You changed your mind from, you're an equal opportunity employer to black. Why? Then I just said to myself, again, the culture. No, I cannot be bridging the gap of culture. I'm too old. I'm so tired. I've given up on half of my life and half of the things that I wanted to do in this life, let alone having to have misunderstandings about a different culture. Then, I packed it off and I was happy and I carried on with my life. So, this last week, I went to a concert. I went to a violin concert. I love classical music. I always go to classical concerts. And now that I'm living in a big city, I'm going to be going if I can afford it on a regular basis, because I really love classical music. I mean, I love all sorts of music, but I love classical music. And in classical music, I'm always literally the only black person in the room. If I take my son, with the only two black people, the other black people are workers, right? Always, for as long as I have been going to classical music. But I'm sure there are some pockets in the world. I'm not saying this is true of every place in the world. There are some pockets in the world, the way I'm sure you go into a room and it's full of black people who are watching and black people playing on the stage. I'm just talking about the areas where I land. So let's not make this a huge controversy. The thing is, I was sitting there and the classical music started, the violin started playing, and this white woman who was in front of me, she laughed. There was nothing special about her laugh. It was just a laugh. But somehow it brought an energy, and the energy came to sit next to me. We were in about song number 2, and this energy came to sit next to me, and it said, "Do you know why all your relationships go bad?" And I said, "Why? Why you have stopped dating white men?" And I said, "Well, the cultural barriers, I just cannot do it. I'm done with that." And they said, "No, it's the same energy in this room." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "They don't see you as human. They don't see you as fragile. They see you as a donkey, a workhorse, a slave, someone who was born and raised to go through the hard things in life and live in filth, and just subhuman. So when you're in pain, they don't see it and they don't care. So they do things to you, okay, but they never reach out a real helping hand. They never say, "Here, let me help you. Let me help you in a way that would make a difference to your life. Let me help you." I was listening to violin music. The voices, this is why I don't go out often, because this happens to me often. Okay. The voice is talking. They don't see you as a person. "I'm not just talking about you," he said. "I am talking about every black person who has married or dates a white person. Know that that white person sees you as subhuman. The attraction is that they can cause you as much pain as they like. They can be who they are. They can be extreme with you because you are not fragile. You are not human. You don't have feelings. So while they are supportive of a white woman and they are holding up a white woman or a white man, they are not doing that to you. They are not giving you changes in your positive changes in your life that are worth anything. They are just giving you little band-aids here and there because you were born to suffer. You were born to suffer. So you're in this relationship, but it's in an equal relationship. Okay. The white counterpart is abusing you because they wouldn't behave with a white woman or white man the way they are behaving with you. They wouldn't imagine that a white woman or a white man would tolerate what they are doing to you, but you are supposed to tolerate it. You're supposed to say, oh my God, I'm so lucky I'm with this white person. At least it's not slavery. And you're supposed to work like a horse and just deal with your own pain and deal with your own grief. They don't want to hear about it.